Welcome back to Mountain Connections. The Hallmark Channel's Chesapeake Shores is back for another season. I actually spoke with Barbara Niven recently about her role on that show, and now I had an opportunity to speak with Robert Buckley. This is a fun family show that you can tune in to Sunday nights on the Hallmark Channel. And Robert Buckley's character is coming in to cause some trouble and mix things up with the O'Brien family this season. Let's take a look at our conversation.
Today, we are honored to be joined by the handsome and talented Robert Buckley from One Tree Hill and iZombie, who is joining the cast of the Hallmark hit Chesapeake Shores. Robert, thanks so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So tell me about your opportunity to join this series, and if someone isn't familiar, I'd love some background about the show.
So the show follows the O'Brien family, which is a big family that is kind of reunited back in Chesapeake Shores, and it sort of just follows all the lives of the family members. And my character, Evan Kincaid, is new to the fold. He's a very successful entrepreneur who comes to town looking to build a hotel and hires Mick's construction company to sort of oversee the development of it.
You know, we all love this family. Is it fair to say you're going to cause some disruption?
Yes, that is fair to say. But, you know, not all disruption is bad disruption.
This is a very good point. So tell me a little more about your character, and I don't want to spoil anything. So what can you share about this disruption?
Well, about the disruption, well, I think I say that because it's really only Abby who I feel is disrupted. You know, she is I think as soon as she meets Evan, she draws some conclusions in her mind about who he is and what he is. And when they meet, those beliefs are sort of confirmed. And so she just decides, like, I'm unimpressed with this guy. I don't find it charming or cute. To which, of course, Evan is like, well, that's intriguing. She's the first person who is shooting it straight with me, who doesn't seem to be impressed with me. I want to hang out with her. I want to talk to her more. So the disruption is her having to tolerate Evan. I think everyone else in the O'Brien family finds Evan pretty delightful, which further disrupts Abby.
I'm sure it does, yes. And as I mentioned, we all just have fallen in love with this family. I'm curious, off screen with this cast, is it just as enjoyable as what we see on screen?
Is it as enjoyable as we see on screen?
Yes. How is it working with the cast?
Oh, it's been fantastic. You know, Treat I had worked with before on The Christmas House, so I already knew him and loved him. Everyone else, I was just hoping, you know, I would get along with and it would be fine. And I was immediately sort of put to rest with just how warm and welcoming everyone was, because, you know, I was the new kid coming into high school, like senior year. Like the show was already successful, was already established. So I didn't know what that would be like, and they couldn't have been more kind. And it's a fun, playful group. You know, it's a great show to be a part of, and everyone's sort of aware of that. So the vibe on set is just very light and fun.
I'm so looking forward to watching this and seeing you join this cast and this disruption, because who can resist the new handsome billionaire in town? So tune in to Chesapeake Shores. You can watch it Sundays on the Hallmark Channel. I'm really grateful, Robert Buckley, for joining us today. Thanks for being here.
You got it, Christine. Thank you for having me.